Hello and welcome and developing stories across Nigeria and of course Africa. I am Kamian. Now, as always, we implore you to do well to be part of our growth now on all platforms at LJE Nigeria. Joining me to dissect today's trending stories are Miriam Gamali. Miriam, nice to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And Barrister, it's good to have you as well.
Nice to be here.
Now, let's quickly run through our headlines for this edition of Trends. The second term in Anambra, Soludo. President Tinubu reacts to Soludo's victory. INEC chairman Professor Amukbitan confirms genocidal killings in Nigeria. The United States revoked visas of 80,000 Nigerians and other nationals. United States of America's Senate pushes new bill targeting Nigerian governors, judges, and security chiefs. Without much ado, let's get into our lead story, especially after a very eventful weekend where Governor Charles Soludo of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, secured a decisive victory in the Anambra State gubernatorial election, earning a second term in office. The poll, conducted peacefully on Saturday, saw Soludo sweep all 21 local government areas of the state. Now, according to results announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Awka, the Anambra State capital, Soludo gathered 422,664 votes, far ahead of his closest rival, Nicholas Ukachukwu of the All Progressive Congress APC, who polled 99,445 votes. INEC's data shows that out of 2,802,790 registered voters, a total of 598,220
result form, which I've since announced, have now entered the result as tallied into the final form, which is Form EC8E. It is now my honor and privilege to proceed to once again mention the figures for each of the contestants. This time, as I said earlier, I will have to mention names of those who contested this election alongside their respective political parties. I will also mention the figure that they scored in this election. I, Professor Edoba Bright Omorige, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Vice Chancellor, University of Benin, hereby certify that I am the returning officer for the 2025 Anambra State government.
As a sign of, one would expect that they should be neutral, right? But somehow they were excited.
Anyway, first of all, I'll say congratulations to the governor, Charles Soludo. I hope he will do better than he has done in the past years.
In his first term.
Yeah, in this coming year. And I don't know, I stand to be corrected. I thought the policemen are supposed to be apolitical. Mm-hmm. Are they supposed to be celebrating when somebody wins from a political party? These people are supposed to secure lives. And then you're shooting, you're firing because of somebody who won. Are you trying to tell us that this guy has bought you people, or you're just rejoicing? What if that gun you shot now mistakenly hits an innocent person? The person that came out to vote, and then we'll start telling another story. And now the policeman that just did that thing will continue gallivanting around the streets while somebody is dead. Every time on this table, I say our security officials should actually do better. I don't know the kind of series of training they undergo before they wear their uniform. That what they are wearing is a uniform and not just a mere outfit. I think they should actually do better.
And I don't know if the government is really doing enough. You know, sometimes when you make such kind of comments, they will tell you that the police is under the direct control of the federal government, so that they cannot do. But I know for sure that there's a lot that the state government can do. The environment is so dirty. There is the gutters everywhere is smelling in Anambra State. There are no good roads. Even the road leading to the government house And it's quite unfortunate. But I hope that this next 4 years will provide an opportunity for him to, carry out good governance for the people of Anambra, as he claimed to love them so much.
Well, when you started your statement, you talked about vote buying. Some will argue, or will I say, let me play devil's advocate. We play money politics. So if we play money politics, isn't vote buying part of the money politics we play?
Well, you mean money politics? How do you mean?
I mean, look at the kind of monies we spend, even to carry out like the gubernatorial election.
Are very hungry, so they capitalize on all of these things to make arrangement. You heard His Excellency Peter Obi when he alleged that some people even pay or receive as much as high as 30,000 naira just for one vote. That is to see and show you the level of desperation, because these guys just believe and they know that no matter what happened, even when they underperform, so they just need to keep this money till the day of election, and they bring out this money. But it's quite very, very disheartening to see that in today's world, if you look at the exaggeration by the security agencies, I can tell you the security agents that fired that shots could probably be security agencies attached to the governor. So that is why you see the over anxiousness,
the excitement.
And some of the police officers you can see behind the scene that they are also rejoicing and dancing. But we are all Nigerians anyway.
Well, President Bola Tinubu has reacted to the re-election of freedom. Now, the document signed under his law firm, Professor Josh Ojo-Amopitan, SAN and Co., legal practitioners and corporate consultants, bears the firm's Jos and Abuja addresses, confirming his authorship long before his appointment by President Bola Tinubu. Now, in that paper, Amopitan declared that it is a notorious fact, underline, that there is perpetration of crimes under international law in Nigeria, particularly crimes against humanity, war crimes, and genocide, lamenting what he described as the government's failure to prosecute offenders and protect minority citizens, warning that Nigeria risks repeating the Rwandan and Sudanese mistake, where
terrorists that we should be fighting in this country. But from among the X-Men, we now decide to give them some beautiful names, Boko Haram. The Boko Haram operates from a different angle anyway. You have the bandits.
Yes,
kidnappers. You have the different names, correlations you wish to call them. Most importantly, the one that is most concerned has to do with the protection of farmlands, protection of our communities, protection of the farmers themselves. Because when we say Fulani farmers conflicts, it means when there are conflicts or when there are crises, it means that you have to weigh the probability of rights of individuals in such. But in this case, this has to do with crisis. This has to do with genocide, complete genocide, because you take your cattle to someone else's farmland and you allow your cattle to graze on their farm, and you assume that they don't have the right to question. When they question, you carry out a reprisal attack, you kill them.
Ever since the return of Donald Trump to the Oval Office, Nigeria has been hard hit with its new immigration policies. The reaction on the part of the Nigerian government has been taking tough stance, rather than diplomacy, so to say. This goes back to the suggestion of Senator Ali Ndume, that we don't have ambassadors as we speak, and there is a need for the current administration to send professionals, people who are experienced in the art of diplomacy and international relations. And a couple of names have been thrown around. With this, the way America is going, doesn't President Tinubu need to borrow from the advice of Senator Ali Ndume?
advice from Senator Ali. Who is advising who? Well, Ali Duma, a senator representing Borno State, the seats of power of the terrorists in Nigeria. Don't know who should advise who, but for me, I think we can take the message and
not look at the messenger.
For me, America is doing everything they can do. That is how you see serious governments. They protect their citizens at all cost. Whatever it will take them to protect their citizens, they must do so. And I like what is going on. And this is all we have been praying for in this country. And I think God is trying to, or using Donald Trump, to push Nigerian rulers to do the right thing. And with all of these things happening, I have no doubt that they are not going to be comfortable the way they have been comfortable all along. They will do everything possible to, to change the narrative. It is very, very important. And we must continue to encourage Donald Trump to bring up policies that would, put them more under pressure. We can't run a system, a country in this manner, and we expect positive